Hey guys, Cody from Kodiak Fishing. If you're in the market for a kayak, but you don't feel like lugging a big, hefty 10 or 12 foot long piece of plastic around, or maybe you don't have enough room, I think I have a solution. The Intex Excursion Pro K1. This inflatable kayak for $200 on Amazon is a really good deal considering the build quality, the little bit of extra features you get, which we'll go over. I'm going to start from front to back, front to back. I'm going to start front to back and give you guys kind of a walkthrough. And if you have any questions or questions at all, leave a comment and I'll be sure to get back to you. Alright, we'll start now, y'all. We've got ourselves a little plastic kind of nose cone here, in case you probably run into a tree or a stump. Kind of protects the boat. Got a nice handle here, and I have attached here this little carabiner and about 8 feet of this paracord. That way if I go to the bank and need to go fetch my tub that I keep the boat in, boat ain't gonna float away on me. Each side of the nose here has got these two little ropes. I'm not quite sure what they're for, but they look pretty cool. And check out the rocker this boat's got. I've had this boat out only twice before I had this camera, and it handled the waves pretty well. Even in windy conditions, I didn't have any water coming up swamping me in the cockpit here. And check out what they included. You got a little GoPro mount. You can move it around, and it's easily removable. So you just push down on this little button here, push down on that, and I'll try it out. I just wish this was a little bit longer. I don't like the look from bottom to top view when I'm making videos. Alright, what I like next is this accessory track here. I've attached this pole holder here. This does not come with a kayak whatsoever. So I can't remove it because I tilted it back. So anyway, so you get this little track mount here. You can put a fish finder, maybe a phone holder, or like I put this fishing rod holder on it. Now it just slides easily. There is nothing to anchor it down, so I wouldn't trust bait fishing on it. Suspend bait fishing with the rod out sideways, because if you apply downforce, this back end will lift out, and you may potentially lose your rod. But if I'm trolling for fish, I cast my lure out behind me on the kayak, have my rod pointed out because a twisting motion doesn't do anything. Also has 4 of these stainless steel little D-rings here. I use them for tying off my rod holders in the back, which I'll get to in a minute. But one of these I tie my paddle off to, and the other one I will have a rod leash for a fishing rod I'll put here. If you look under the boat, you get a pretty generous little storage area. I'm 6'4", and when I sit in the seat, my feet come right about here. So from here up, you got nothing but storage. And the paddle that comes with the boat, it's a paddle. Works fine. The boat's so light. The paddles won't flex under hard use. Oh, and this little accessory bar can be mounted further back, so you shorter people can reach it just fine. The seat in this thing may not look like much, but it is comfortable. The selling point for me was from here to here is a separate piece, so you got a booster seat, so you're able to take this guy out and sit lower in the kayak in case you want to get out of the wind. Me personally, I like using the booster seat because I like to get a better view of the water. Plus, if I'm sitting upright and my legs kind of folding down, I'm more comfortable that way. I have sat and I fished out of this seat for up to 5 to 7 hours. Not a complaint. And coming back to the rod holders. Just like that GoPro mount in the front, it's easily removable. Get the camera close here now. You push this little button. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Push that button down and it slides right out. I like it better this way because it makes the storing the kayak easier. It lays flatter so it folds tighter. And snaps right in and it's not going anywhere. I don't have a tape measure with me, but if I had to guess, sorry, my finger's in the way of the camera. If I had to guess, here to here is maybe 3.5 to 4 inches. I wish they made them a little bit deeper, but that's alright. I got my homemade paddle leash out of paracord and a small carabiner from the dollar section at Walmart, and I'll clip this guy around my rod, so just in case this rod falls out, I'm not losing it. The back is pretty much a mirror image of the front. You got the side ropes and a nice carry handle. You see how big this handle is too. I mean, it's stout. And then you see there's little grooves in it here. That's how I have that paracord in the front wrapped around. Also, as well, a little dry storage back here, and check that out. I forgot to mention that before, and I forgot I had this. Got a little drain plug back here. So let me see if I can open it one-handed. So if you get any water in this kayak, you drain it right out. I'm not sure if I'm show these to you guys, but here's the D rings here next to these rod holders. Got some on that side too. Key selling point with this kayak as well is it's got its own pressure gauge. Now for the cheaper inflatables, I've never seen them come with these here. Like the more expensive stand-up paddle boards that are drop stitched, I see them come with these pressure gauges, but it's a really nice to have this cheaper kayak come with this, so that way I know I'm not overinflating it. And it works pretty easy, and I'll show you. So we'll go to our valve here, which has these, they're the higher end valve that you would see on more expensive inflatables, and I'm really surprised to see them on this cheap kayak. Just locks right in. Okay, as you can see, and I'm trying to see too, bear with me, it is in the green zone, but let's assume that needle was in the yellow, which would be overinflated. You got this white button right up here. You can push it, and it will bleed some of the air off. So that way you wouldn't have to keep plugging this in, taking it out, bleeding it out by hand. It's real easy. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a shot of the, I guess they would call it the Coast Guard sticker. So let me move the seat real quick, which comes out pretty easy. And also give me a chance to show you the booster seat separately. Just the Velcro comes right off. Here's your booster seat, and it pops right out. Okay, just some warning, you know, don't overinflate with an air compressor, blah, 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 blah. Now, it says one person or 165 pounds. Now, I believe this kayak can hold more. So if you are a 200 to 240 pound man, I still think getting this kayak would be okay. If you're uncomfortable with that, they do make a 2-person version of this for a little bit more money. I forget how much it cost. So all your info. Supports 220 pounds of total weight, person and gear. Again, I'm not going to tell you guys to go against manufacturer's instructions, but I'm 200 pounds and I carry 50 pounds of gear in this before, and I wasn't worried a bit. As I said, I'm 6'4" and I fit in it fine. You can probably cruise with this seat out. Maybe put a little tote here maybe and use that. But all in all, I really like this boat. Super stable on the water. Very easy to use, easy to inflate. Packs up in that small container there that you see on that couch. Alright guys, if you have any questions about this boat, or this kayak rather, feel free to leave a comment and I'll answer the best I can. If you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching.